Hey YouTube, Mark with Ultimate RC, just doing some testing on the Ottoman follow-up from flights from last year. Trying to balance this plane, I've got the battery moved a little bit farther back, and that seems to be doing the trick, and I balanced it with the plane right side up instead of tipping it upside down and balancing it that way. And maybe that was my issue, but I seem to be, I can now perform maneuvers. She still has a tendency to do that.
Thought you were gonna have to go swimming.
So did I. I know how to recover from that now. I was able to get the nose pointed down. She started flying again. Enough altitude to pull it out of the dive. This is flying better now, but obviously this plane can still do that crazy tumble when you try to do a loop with it. Thought about doing a 4S flight. I don't know if this plane is capable of that, if the electronics can handle that. I would think the power would really help that issue with that tumble, because basically the plane's not having enough power to get through that loop and stalling, and then she starts tumbling like that, and of course the floats are what's causing the problem. All right, I'm gonna do one more touch and go here, and then if luck has it, I have another battery on the charger that hopefully will be done, and maybe we can get a full flight in here. Also just noted on that tumble, I had my flaps engaged the entire time with that. Forgot to pull them off. I also got a feeling my battery may have moved a little bit. Bring it in for a landing here. Lands a lot nicer than earlier. All right, real good. Well, let's see if we can get a full battery in this yet before the sun goes down. YouTube, stay tuned. Mark with Ultimate RC. Hey YouTube, Mark with Ultimate RC. Follow-up flight here on the Eflite Twin Otter 1.2, maybe 1.1, I don't remember. But in any event, battery is farther forward. Hopefully getting some better flights out of this. I did a earlier flight here that we recorded partially, which I felt it was flying much better with the battery farther back. I had it all the way forward for the original flight last summer, and I just didn't seem right. I had that really weird tumble. I still had that, got that to happen again tonight trying to do a loop, but was able to get out of it by putting the nose down and getting the plane flying again. So we'll bring it around here. Still pretty nose heavy again. Those seem to be flying a lot better, and I don't know if the issue is how you balance this thing. I can't initiate the plane on the water. It will never initialize because of the small ripples coming through. And so I set it on the dock. Now I'm wondering if how it winds up sitting can have a big effect on how the plane flies. I would assume that that's probably the case. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this if you can't initial it in the water. I've got it in safe right now to kind of keep it balanced. I really don't want to go fishing for it. Not fishing, kayaking is probably the better thing to say. Also got my flaps on. Let's turn those off. And we may have upset the swallows. All the houses up here have swallow houses, if you will. They eat a lot of bugs, mosquitoes, everything else. There's tons of things, of course, you can have for bugs on the water here, bait flies. There's always a different type of crop. I'm not gonna go. I was gonna try to do a loop there, but I didn't feel like it had a lot of power. Let's see if we can do a roll. Okay. Going back around. So, you know, that worked. But you have to be careful. I'm still trying to get this plane dialed in. Whew, feels touchy right now. I was flying a lot better the first flight. We'll put that video up with this one. And again, the only thing I can think of as to why this is way off is because of how it initiates on the dock as it's sitting. I tried to set it up the same way. Let's try some touch and goes here. I had a really nice touch and go with it earlier. That's not bad. That was with takeoff flaps. Got about a minute and a half on the timer. Hopefully part-timer is able to record this. No hat cam tonight, so we're relying 100% on part-timer. She's getting pretty good at this though. She's done a few videos at this point. Give a shout out too in the video. It's part-timer's birthday weekend. So give her some love. She puts up with this hobby of mine, and somehow I have managed to get her to agree to film stuff from time to time. I still don't know how that happened, but we certainly do appreciate it. Whoa! All right. Let's see if we can bring it around here. Plane turns around pretty well, especially if you don't have safe engaged in the water. I've got 37 seconds left on the timer. We're gonna do just a quick takeoff and landing here. We'll go through the weeds. If you guys have this plane, if you've experienced the issues with trying to get this plane to balance, let me know in the comments what you've done. What type of battery are you using? I'm using a 2200 3S. I use either like a 25 or 35C battery. Let me know. Yeah, appreciate your support too. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. That's a pretty good landing. We'll take that. All right, YouTube, again, appreciate the support. Like and subscribe, hit the bell. The Eflite Twin Otter, my only float plane because of what happened on the maiden float flight of the Turbo Evolution. So if you haven't seen that video, check that out. 100% my error. Still unfortunate because I planned on doing a lot of flying with that plane up here. It flew great. A lot of snow flights with that on the channel, so check those out too. But again, thanks for watching, YouTube. Like and subscribe. Mark with Ultimate RC.